Hello and welcome to the Samuel. Whoa, like after the 5 hours I've had, for all, I say this for all pro wrestling fans, this has to be one of those days you're like, what did I just witness? What just happened? And this has gotten me so flustered that I couldn't even remember what show I'm about to do. So, without further ado, please welcome to After the Match podcast, episode 4. I'm recording this live right here from the great city, the beautiful city of the Canaan city of Calabar, Nigeria, West Africa. And my time right now is 5:49 a.m. December 14, 2025. This is just fresh off the retirement match, the retirement show, the show that was Saturday night's main event down there at Washington D.C. Damn, this we knew coming in that this was going to be one for the ages, and I stayed up late to. Come on, I've gotten cold because I'm like, I'm disrupting my system, trying to, keep up with fight sleep. I'm like to get through the midnight. The countdown show kicked off around 12 a.m. West African time over here, which was, I believe that should be 6 p.m. Down there, and I had to stay up for 2 hours of the countdown show. The main show started around 4 a.m. over here. Was it 4? No, no, sorry, 2 a.m. over here, and then lasted to 4. We had to stay up for the post show. From the post show, the JD review, just a glimpse of it. Shout out to the guys at Public Enemies pod. I checked out a little bit of what they were doing there. I couldn't check out Solomon's stream. I know even Dave from Busted Open, everybody doing great jobs, putting out great content, and I'm just joining in on the bandwagon of a lot of content creators and content king makers right now, trying to put out their feelings and their emotional review of what was Saturday night's main event. The last time is now the last match for John Cena for his illustrious 23 years old, 23 years career. And I had to go home. I had to stay right there, stay put right here at work, and like seeing all of this and all of the what it took to get me to be in this situation, and I'm just incredibly amazing. So tonight I had a whole lot of things we have to get right into from the Obafemi. Talk about presence, talk about pride. Um, uh, Sorry to say I wanted to like run down the show, but I need to get it pace by pace. We'll go right straight with the show kicking off. Love, love, love. What Lilian Garcia with the national anthem. That was during the countdown show. Just loved everything about it and all, and like I remember taking screenshots of that from the live chat, and I'm like, wow, amazing. She did an incredible job. Like you felt, you were about to say something good. This has to be the best Saturday Night's main event of the year, in fact, since its inception, and we just loved every single bit of it. And DC came right in. They were ready. They were packed. They were loud. They were ready for the show, and we had Lilian Garcia open the show to, sing the national anthem, and that was amazing. Had the pyro go off, and then we had Cody being the first person, and you are like, yes, that's the QB1, the quarterback one right now. The man that took the touch, right from John Cena, and there was a moment there, and I'll have it come up here right now, where Cody was emotional. You could see his face. He understood the moment. He understood what he was about to do, or what the assignment was. He understood the assignment, and Cody. We all know Cody for always going over the top and all. So some most so that's one of those nets you're like, I mean, Cody doing Cody things because Cody is the student of the game. Cody understands this business as much more than anyone else. So you could get right. This is beautiful, guys. Beautiful sights right here, guys. I'll try to get in a couple of shots from this for you. Like this video right now, making recording this show right now. The day is break. Yeah, sorry for that break. I just had to, add that. I just needed, like, it was too marvelous not to go into. So yeah, back to Cody and all of that, and had him there, and then the incredible entrance of Obafemi. Now, forgive me because I'm about to be biased because this is our son. This is Nigerian. Like, sorry, I have cold, but this is me getting emotional right now because as a Nigerian and as somebody that has gone through hard times, that is still going through things, it's so amazing to see somebody that is a representation of you. I'm not just saying this because Oba is black. I'm not just saying it because Oba is African. I'm saying this as a human being. Seeing somebody like, it feels like, oh, that could be me right there. That could be my brother. That could be my cousin. That could be somebody else from. But like to have like somebody from your own descent, somebody from your own, like from your, like it just felt like, oh, one of our guys made it to the big leagues. Seeing that man walk right out there, and like I'm saying this with tears running streaming down my face because I'm like, it's amazing to see somebody represent what you are. And like he is one of those ones that you look at, like he is fighting the good fights, because it's hard to pursue a dream. I don't know if wrestling was ever Oba's dream, but if it wasn't, but I know for damn sure, I'm damn right that living a good life, being able to provide for his family, being able to be a king, like he said, a ruler, being able to be the best at anything he had ever dreamed of, is was always was and would be the goal. And him doing this might not have been what he dreamed for in his life. I mean, trust me when I tell you this. I can imagine myself, oh, one day being in a park stadium and blah, but it's something that I am also, I have the discernment enough to understand that it might not happen. But like for a split second, like just imagine, and Oba was all of us tonight. Oba was all of us this morning. Like we were just like, I was watching. I'm like, this a kid might be watching Oba right now. I'm watching Oba right now. I'm like, oh, how can I show up every single day for myself? How can I have those difficult conversations? How can I push harder than I would ever imagine pushing, and getting myself to the stage I might get myself to? So it's one of those ones that I looked at. I'm like, there I am. So it's crazy, it's maddening, and I mean, I just had to to give that out there because it was amazing to see, it was amazing to hear, and I just see that, and then right into the match, and it was incredible, the showing. Like this is where I got to give it to Cody, and kind of like a shout out and a thank you to him, because like, I mean, you need a great dance partner to pull off something like this. I mean, come on, because Oba is coming in with all the hype. Oba is coming in with all of this presence. Oba is coming in with all of the it. And if Cody sucks at the job, if Cody doesn't understand the assignment, if Cody lets pride come in, if Cody lets ego come in, if Cody lets I mean if Cody like I mean, if Cody doesn't do the business of the day, like we won't see Oba in the light that we saw him tonight. And yes, I might not have liked the ending because ended in a no disqualification where Drew McIntyre came in and spoiled the match for everyone and all of that. But at the end of the day, the fact that um we had like it was like a crazy experience and all of that. You just was like in your right sense of mind. Like I just love the fact that, okay, obviously at some point, maybe I did not really, I was really thinking they were going to do it, but this reminded me of what I will talk about later tonight, and I'm going to point out about that later on the show. But This reminded me of what the man that I'm going to talk about later in the show has been doing. That's been playing it safe, and you know the Paul I'm talking about. And that was just it for that. And Cody, raising up his hands and all of that. It was cool and all. And then um, we had Bailey come in, and the Soroka match that was impeccable. Like I mean, it's very easy to, and I'm saying this as one of the defaulters, or one of the ones one of the ones I can blame myself to. It's very easy to look down on Bailey, and I use that word lightly here. Look down, not in a way that disrespectfully, but in a way of like, oh, I mean, it's Bailey. She's always been here. She's one of those ones you'll be like the female John Cena, and I say that with utmost respect. The female John Cena, in a way of like they always are doing it. Like you could just, I mean, come on. There's one again there in Natalia, but Bailey does it in a way like it comes up different, and tonight she showed out. Tonight she showed you why she's still the best at the game, that she still got it, and she showed you why if it was somebody else it would be different. It showed that it had to be Bailey, and she did the business of the day. She was a good soldier. She showcased Soroka. Like that match was, if not one of, if not the best match on that card. Soroka was, showed, proved tonight that you need to watch out. And it's one of those times where I know I'll get to watch the show back with family. And this will be one of those ones where we'll have to chit chat with my godmother and the family, like, oh, thank God the Charlottes of the world, the Baileys of the world, the Beckys of the world, like, literally got themselves over, like, literally got to win things and, like, make themselves, like, got themselves into a Hall of Fame category before these girls came in, because my goodness, the athletes and the stars we have right now, like they will rival every other ones, every other generation, every any day, anytime. Like you can fit them in any era, and they will fit. And he's one of those ones where like I he got a chuckle out of me when I'm like, oh, this girl, I'm like, Soroka is so good that it reminded me of what Cena was saying in one of the interviews. I believe it was with Pat McAfee, and not only Pat McAfee, I think he said it in Bill Simmons' podcast, when he said that when Cody was giving a speech at his dad's Hall of Fame, he was like, damn, this kid is coming from my joint. I need to practice. So right now, the other athletes, the other stars in the main roster need to like up their game now, like, because some people like Soroka, they're coming for your job, like they're coming for your effing jobs, and it's so crazy to see where they've gone and how they've pulled the strings and all of that, and I mean, maddening. So, obviously, Soruka, after like incredible, that the Soul Snatcher, impeccable. But at the end of the day, Soruka was able to squeak one on the future Hall of Famer Bailey, and Soruka became a victorious. And then the handshakes and the hand raising, and the salute to the one and only, the 17, the never seen 17 time, the last real champion, John Cena. And then we have Michael Cole doing Michael Cole thing, good stuff. Shouting out Taz, shouting out Jim Ross, shouting out Jerry the King Lawler, shouting out every other person that have been part of the journey in calling. I'm sorry, JBL, Corey Graves. I mean, shouting out the guys that have been able to call the goods matches and all. And then we had Wade Barrett on the call with him tonight and all. Like, I mean, at some point, we need to give Wade Barrett his flowers. Cena has been, all over Barrett in all of the interviews, and Barrett is one of those ones that just came out of nowhere and was just goddamn good right from the NW days. I believe where he was calling the show with Jim Cornette, if I'm not mistaken, and to see what he's been able to do with the company on the boot. Corey is one of those dark horses, and I'm like, and I know for them well, sure, like the Michael Cole of our generation would definitely be Corey Graves if given the opportunity. So I just hope he's been prepped for that role, and it's gonna be good. He's gonna be the voice, and accept something happens, because I know for them sure. I don't know how Michael is gonna. how it's gonna be like with Michael Eva, or it's gonna be like the Jim Ross of the world, call it till the voice end there no more. Who love like right now we can't afford to lose any like have anyone retired. Like people, we should hold off on some of the retirements, please, because it's gonna be too much. As if we are like in the retirement season. So yeah, we had to Javon Evans, Leon Slater, and Leon Slater by the way, no pop. I was like, oh damn. Dragon Lee, AJ Styles, incredible match by these athletes. It was just one of those showcases, and then obviously AJ Styles and Dragon Lee won from. It was one of those highlights of the night, kind of like flying, very crisp, very, you know, and that got us to we the announcement of like the attendance of 19,232 fans in the arena and all of that. We had Joe Hendry coming. The Miz, I was so happy to see the Miz. I'm like, oh, Miz should at least. I wish it was like a match and all of that. So we had Ron Cena, Ron Killings, Our Truth, coming to to not spoil, kind of like out there you took the balls out of you did their stick and all of that, and we had the segments with Joe Hendry and all of that. It was a cool moment because we've always fans have been clamoring for Joe Hendry and John Cena and everything. He got the moment at WrestleMania with Randy, so you don't have to overexpose. And this is one of those things with Triple H where I have to give him like you have to give him his flowers for one of those things. Is like most times he comes back to bite him in his ass in terms of like trips always there's a way he's like he knows how to string things. Sometimes I'm like, can you just give it to us now? Like, why must we always, like that's where they all play it safe. That's where we have like most of this year fucked up and all that. And I'm gonna address this thing at the end of as we go right in on the show and that on when like I need to really talk about the segment on Triple H and all of that. And we had Gunther come out and the crowd was giving it to him. They were like, "Oh, you like go f you." Like we had chance of like "fuck you, Gunther." I'm like, holy hell! Like these people are. I mean, by the way, it's Sunday morning over here in Nigeria, and I'm here cursing my ass out because those fans were not having it. Like you are good, you are hated when you get a "fuck you" in from the wrestling fans and the entire thing, and Cena had his entrance. It was emotional, seeing him, the screen, and the stage. By the way, obviously there was no. The fans took almost everything, so there was no. Even if fans did not take everything, this company, this TKO, these people that money hungry people, they rather put up the screens than do something impeccable and come out with a stage. But I like what they did with the LED screen. Like it looked unique. They did, and I don't know if that it was by accident or if they actually wanted. They went for that, but I appreciate something when I see it. That was incredible. It felt like a little boxes of TV. Like it felt like little boxes of TV screens. The way it was designed, the way. So when Cena came out, you saw the iteration of like all of his past selves and all of the like. It was amazing. We had him come out and all of that and emotional with Stu videoing Stu having Stu taking the moment, him taking the moment, picking the audience and all of that, taking everything in, running down to like immediately started running like the fans lost it because they're like, oh my goodness, this is the last time we're gonna see this man run with the Jots, and like they just let it all out, and the man was out there. We had him go into the. I love Gunther. Gunther is a student of the game. Immediately he was done with his entrance, he went out. You know, fully well that the goat was coming in, and I remember very well. One of the man I'm gonna talk about here. Addressed it on Busted Open. Mark Henry addressed it on Busted Open. Then I was like, he hated it when I think there was one incident that happened, one match years ago where the superstar like the wrestler did not leave the ring for the other opponent to come out and take their shine and everything, and he was like he hated that shit. He's like, you've done your entrance, you should be out there as you should be, so that this other person will have the room for themselves. I love the fact that Gunther went out and Cena had the ring for himself, and only when the introductions was about to be done before he came back in, and that was a nice touch. Like that like you it showed. So we saw Cena go went out, like he saw his peers and he was like, no, 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 I need to go greet these people. He went out there, he hugged Mark Henry, he hugged, we had him, like there was where the Elias was even sitting in the ground, like people, many fans of Elias, they popped, he hugged, we saw Kevin Owens and my heart just like, and that's what like, it warmed. I'm like, Kelvin is here, Sammy was there, Trish Stratus was there, Eve Torres, he was just shaking and hugging. We saw Nikan, Sonny, like I'm like it was back Sammy and his son, and he now went back in the ring. It was just a very crazy situation and all of that. And we had Lydian Garcia do the introductions, and the match started. And now the elephant in the room has to be that this match did what this match was supposed to do. That was be the um a a physical match, not where you get the pops and the highlights and everything. It was supposed to be like a heart wrenching one. This was one of those matches that you are on the edge of your seat because you're like, okay, is he losing? Oh, is he winning? Oh, is he losing? That. So it did its assignment. It not like the love letter to pro wrestling match, because for me, aside from honorable mention of Cena, Cody, SummerSlam 2025, AJ, John Cena, Pet Australia, if I'm not mistaken. What was that show? Was it Crown Jewels? I don't know. I believe Crown Jewels. Like that is, in my own opinion, the best match in his retirement tour that he had. So this one was pivotal because of the significance of it all and the person he was sharing the ring with, this dance partner, as he would say, in Gunther. And this match was as physical as they come. And you knew for sure, you heard what Gunther said, you understood what Gunther was talking about and all of that. And this match was, I mean, they did a whole lot of stuff. Like, I mean, you saw Cena with bruises. I was even thinking we are gonna get a blade job, like bleeding, and all. We not get any of that. But like this match was physical. Gunther was clothesline after clothesline, chops after chops. The constant, putting him in the slipper for him to put him away. Like even they took it outside with the ring steps and everything, even to the ringside and commentary table where Gunther set it up. I'm like, okay, Gunther is going through the table. I was able to cast someone Cena will be going through it, and then Gunther was the one that went through it. Cena put him in right in the AAs, the Super AAs. There were even chants of Super Cena. Imagine what you love turns to what you hate. Sorry, what you hated has now turned to what you love. The fans, the way they had loved on Cena, and sorry, hated on Cena, and for always winning. For the first time in 23 years, they were begging for him to win on a night that winning was not the option. Like it's as simple as that. It the tradition says you go out looking at the lights. So I was coming in here understanding the assignment, but still holding out hope. This gave me flashback of Cody Roman. Cody left, built his empire, came back to the kingdom, wanting to come and take over what he felt was rightfully his. And I'm like, I mean, he made a statement. Okay, you were sorry, I mean, you are 13 years investment as they're paying off in year 8, something like that. We made something like that to Roman, and I'm like, in as much as I love what Cody has done with the company since coming back and everything. Roman has been here. Roman has been the one taking the sandwich. He was the one that took all of the hate, all of the booze, all of the craziness, and everything. Yes, you and Cody might be different times, like different paths, but this guy took his own, got his own and everything, and is the one now ruling the empire. So are you just gonna walk right, and they just gonna allow him to just walk right in and take it all away because he's Cody? And I understood that. I remember during WrestleMania 39 season, I was like, Cody doesn't need this, doesn't need to win. I understand the business, da, 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 da. And my goodness, I need to tell you the fucking truth. The moment that referee counted 1, 2, 3, and Cody lost, like I felt the pain. I'm like, holy shit, he really did lose. Now it's the business side, the mindset was like, okay, cool, they understood the assignment, but holy shit, this sucks. After all this guy like that, I'm like, jeez. That's why you should never mix business with pleasure. Like business should be business. And tonight, Cena did the business. For the first time, fans were like, no, 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 no. You don't need to be a good guy. You need to take this one for yourself. And I mean that it broke me. You before he did finally tap out or gave up, as some people would put it out there. He gave one of the biggest smile he could give, and then tapped out. He's kind of like, guys, kind of more like, guys. I mean, let's be real out here. I don't have to be. I can't be selfish. Like I don't have any selfish bone in me. Like I mean, I've not been selfish in 23 years. Is it that I want to be selfish? Let's just be selfless to the end. And he had that grin in his face and the tap out. And holy shit! If you talk about the wind being sucked out of an arena, everybody was shocked. We had children with shocked look, people ripping out banners from their head. Like it felt like WrestleMania 30, 2014 with Taker, Undertaker, and Brock Lesnar when he ended the streak 21 and 1. Everybody was like, holy freaking what? And Gunther was like, just like Brock then, was like, wait, I won, and taking the victory lap and celebrating and just leaving and leaving Cena to sit there, and people were like, bullshit, like fans were just bullshit, and like they were just like, fuck this, like instantly you knew who this hate was towards. It's not like oh Cena bullshit. Like it's more of like I think more of like anger. It was a partial thing. Like oh Cena, you could not even fight for yourself. Like you just so kind of like that. You went to you come. It's in, like anything has anything was eye opening was his media rounds doing this retirement or like this final week, and just yeah I'm like Cena is such a corporate suit and tie, and like I did not know why I did not really understand that like damn, this was one of the most suit and tie edition to ever do. And then you just saw the fan say bullshit, and he himself could not. He was like, well, he knew, there's no way he would not know that these people would not do like they would not react like this. But he just did the business the way the business should have been done, and he just took it like a champ, like he's always had. It will always ask. And my goodness, we had the superstars, the crew, the camera people, the wrestlers, the office itself came out, the executive. And well, the man that I was waiting to talk about, in comes Triple H and hand in hand with his beautiful wife Stephanie McMahon, and my goodness, talk about being booed out of the fucking building. I mean, if it was 1990 something, the trash cans will be thrown, the pig's pizza cutters will be, you knew piece will be thrown out. I mean, these people threw everything, including the kitchen sink at Triple H. They were just booing, and I'm like, holy fucking shit. Everything Triple H tried to do, even when the superstars came, Cody and Punk, the two champions, the frontliners for the company came in, gave handed Cena the title. Cena was like, no, 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 and they handed it to him and all, and he did do his celebration and all of that, and we just had Triple H come up and they were just bowing, like they were like, you fuck you, like like. Now I want to explain what I was trying to explain since being in this moment, it felt more like the fans were not booing because we are booing Triple H for like just this decision. It felt as if like this was like a culmination of the entire fucking year. Like you've played it safe, you've coasted, you've used this guy to make your yes simpler. That's how it because you couldn't get anything creatively done well. You couldn't even get anything creative done. Like what's the if you look at it after Cena's retirement, like after Cena, what else was the most important thing on the show throughout the year aside from Dominic Mysterio? I mean, his WrestleMania match and everything, like him being launched into this, like that's if he launched into this. Even the babyface, they never even give us the okay. Who again? I'm trying to pick out the best thing. The heel turn Cena is still based on Cena. I'm like, what aside Cena? What else? Who else? Cody hasn't been interesting this year. Drew, no. McIntyre, no. Becky, Maybe has been a little bit, but like you see, that's what I'm trying to say. I felt that was what the combination of that. That was what the fans were like, just trying to say in that moment. Like they were booing, not because like, oh, they're like, I'm not joining the force in like, oh, fire Triple H, oh, get him out of the office, oh, was because like it's more of like, I mean, because you handled a retirement, and maybe that was the business for the year. But like, okay, at the end of the day, nothing will be as important as John Cena this year. So let's just pause on everything. And I just hope 2026 is the best, like is like better. I can't trust them after what we just after this year, after what we've had this year. I can't even trust them one bit. So we just had a moment where Triple H was hugging Cena and just laughing, and I'm like, at that point, I'm like, look at him laughing with all these bulls. I mean, he's like, fuck you guys too, please. I'm laughing my way to the bank because like Cena's last show, Saturday Night Main Event, 5 million US dollars in just gate revenue. The This man, when you talk about thank you for the house, this man gave them the biggest, the highest grossed arena event in history. Now that's crazy. That's effing crazy. Now I'm sure no T-shirt has been left in the stands. Everything has been cleared out. Like I mean, this company, this TKO, they are smiling their way to the bank after today because from January up to they've been packing. You know that meme where money shoots through the ATM. That is TKO board of directors, all the executives. That is them right now, because they made it off this man's back. Like they made money on over fist with this man. So I had nothing else to say than to say thank you to the goats, thank you John Cena, and for everything he's done. And you couldn't be like at this point. I'm like I couldn't be more proud. Like at this point, I'm like at the end of the day, I'm a fan. At the end of the day, I'm a student of the game. At the end of the day, it's pro wrestling. It never goes away. It's always gonna be here. And having the ghost take his final bow and drop his boots, everything in the ring, and walking out, dropping all the handbands and all, and the end, the post show, Cody crying, like it's just all the emotion and everything. I just didn't want to like really literally get to my feels because I'm like, the man has told us like he's not ending this run, like he's not ending his career on his own terms. He just understands like, okay, it's like I would want to do this forever, but at the end of the day I can't do it forever because I'm not God. So but I need to hang it up in the way that at least I can look back and end my sunset. And I don't know what the future looks like for him. I don't know how he would see this. I don't know how everything will pan out for him and how it's gonna like feel and all of that into one. But all I know is thank you for 23 years. Thank you for your services, just like you said. Thank you for being the band of entertainment. Thank you for being a staple in the in our childhoods, and thank you, just sincerely thank you. And I just hope um everything after what you the night you just had, from today Sunday morning December 14th, you are able to look into everything and feel like, okay, the day is here and you can move forward, because he said it best in the interview with, I believe, with Joe Rogan. People move on, and I hope you are able to look into your 23 years and be proud of yourself and move on in a way that you would be able to see the sunset, be able to have the opportunity to wake up in the morning and be like, I earned this right here. And I wish him success. I wish you success in all of your endeavors going forward. Thank you for everything, and I'm so happy. And I mean, to everybody that is pissed and angry, I mean, just sleep it off. Let's move on. Like, let's move on from it. There's nothing we can do. He said it best. Just get the closure you can. So anyhow you want to take it, but in any way, shape, or form, you need to get your closure to today. So yeah, and I've gotten mine. I'm like, no matter what happens, the goat has retired. He did the business. He gave it to, I mean, launched Gunther to a legendary status. If Gunther wasn't important before, he is now. If you were not looking at Gunther in the light of like, oh, he's one of those guys, you are looking at him now in those eyes. So thank you, Cena. Thank you for everything, for your services. This is Samuel Lyon, and I'm calling it a show here on After the Match podcast here on Hello Media, and also Hello Media on audio platforms, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, anywhere you listen to us on you get our audio listening from. This is this was After the Match podcast with your host and one and only Samuel Lyon.